name is Anna, and I've been in healthcare for a long time, at least 2+ decades. Crossed paths with Jessica, like it was an insane kind of thing. I did a text message thinking she was someone else, and then we actually met, and I was like, "Oh, you're not who I thought you were." And then we just connected, and have gone on this amazing journey of just energy healing and finding things about myself that I didn't know existed. But I feel we connected at the right place in time in my life, because had we met before, I probably would have embraced what she had to offer. Sorry, I'm getting a little emotional. But I think a lot of it has to do with people don't talk about this energy work. There's really not, it's not a common topic. And I found that once I found out I was an empath, which was a few years before that, I left, I was actually in a reading and that came out and I was like, what is that? Like, I have no idea what that is. And then once I started to research it and talk about it a little bit, it made sense. Like, it wasn't crazy. The experiences that I was having, there was a reason for it. And the energy work that I've been doing with Jessica has just, I would say, solidified that I'm not crazy. That these experiences, there's a reason for it, and that eventually I'll know why. Like, she's telling me why, working with it. And I feel like there are moments in time that I embrace it and don't fight it. Because of now the things that I'm experiencing. Like, so it's been a slow journey, but I enjoy that it's a slow journey because then I can appreciate the value in it later down the road. Like, I don't appreciate it in the moment. I'm just like, okay, yeah, sure. And then, I kind of tuck it in back here. And then when I have another experience of something, I'm just like, this is what she meant. Yeah. I think this is the one, like, experience that I don't think I'll ever forget. Not that I'll forget any of them, but this one stands out the most because previous to meeting Jessica, I would have these like body experiences, like energetic experiences that I'm just like, am I having a panic attack? Something's wrong. Like, I didn't connect it with quantum energy or anything else. And as I've been putting the pieces together, Jessica and I I was at work, and I think it was like the next day. It was the next day. We were gonna meet, and I felt her energy. Like, when she came into my field, I think I'm saying that right. I knew exactly what it was, and I just knew it was her. Like, I was having these experiences, feeling it's a tingling sensation and like this, like, movement in my chest. I don't know how to explain it, but I felt at peace because I didn't feel, I wasn't guarded. I just accepted it. And then the next day, she was like, oh, I went to quantum field. I was like, it was at such and such time yesterday. And it was. And so I think, I use the word embrace it, but I'm not fighting the journey, I think, because now I know what it is. And I don't fear the unknown. I'm just like letting things happen. Being that type A healthcare worker that, you're the doer, I'm just allowing this journey to happen as organically as possible and not fighting what's happening. And also, there's detours along the way, but they're meant to detour me, and accept that, not as a rejection or, mainly rejection, but that there's something else for me that I haven't yet experienced, but someday I'll know the why. I think the biggest thing is accepting me as I am. Like, I'm not like this weirdo, I'm not crazy. And I think the biggest thing for me, comparing myself from when I found out I was an empath, is I'm not angry. Like, there's things that, yes, will tick me off, but I'm not this angry bird, like all the time. And maybe it was just I had all this locked up energy that needed an outlet, and I didn't know it. Whereas now I know when I need an outlet. Like, I am more self-aware. So I would say self-awareness, acceptance are the two big things that I feel this work has helped me with. And even when I'm doubting myself, I can go back to a space and feel grounded. I know how to ground myself now, like, I know I've shared with Jessica, but like, I had the opportunity to do grounding work at Stonehenge last year, and that was the best experience ever, and just accepting that I needed that. Like, I didn't plan it. I was like, I need to do this like right now. And I did it, and I took actually pictures of my feet and all that, because I was like, no one's gonna believe that I did this. And but again, like, knowing that I needed that, can't explain like the why or the who, I just knew. And I made a point to give myself those few minutes doing it, which before I would have been like, oh no, it's going to take too much time, or I would have made excuses to not do it. Whereas now I'm just like, no, I need 5 minutes, and I'm just going to do it because that's what I need. She's an angel on earth. I don't know what it is. Like, she just has this like presence. Like, I see her and I cry. And it's not crying in a bad way. It's almost like she knows what I need, and I know what I need, and then I just allow the moment to happen. But it's just a beautiful human being. I can't say anything else. And I'm so happy we met. Because, well, Jessica just brought peace to my life that I didn't know I needed. Because I was like, and also this journey, and then like my physical and mental health are separate, but embracing that I can't do it alone. So definitely Jessica has taught me to embrace the resources and not be afraid to use them. Which, I was always like, no, I could do it. No, I could do it. No, I could do it. And no, I can't. And it's okay to say that. And knowing that I have people on my corner that I can go to and feel safe by doing that. Like, I think that also has helped me in a lot of ways, is that knowing I have my team, and it doesn't matter why I reach out, because she will know what I need without me knowing what I need. I just know I need to connect. and that's okay. So yeah, it would be hard to explain, but if you are someone that feels there's something else in this world, like it's not me seen by a professional person. It's not a medication. It's not, it's like, there's something else beyond Western medicine. And you just want to try something different. It's an experience like no other. And once you experience the energy work and you have your experience with Jessica, it will make sense in time. Because I think there are things you can't explain, but once you experience them, then you just know. And for example, when I first started doing Reiki, I'm just gonna just describe Reiki for a second. I didn't believe in it, but the reason I went was because I had insomnia, and I was doing all the things, right? I did the teas, I did the downtime, I did all these things, and it wasn't helping. And that's when I learned about chakras, and I learned about other things, and then that allowed me to just continue the journey and eventually meet Jessica, and then know like, oh, there's another element to this energy work that I didn't even know existed. I didn't know. And so now that I've experienced it, now I can put more pieces of the puzzle together and understand the physical experiences that I have, the mental experiences that I have, the spiritual experiences that I have. Like, it's all interconnected. And that's what this work helps you, I want to say understand, but you're just like, oh, why didn't I think about that before? So I think it just helps you kind of like, I guess, navigate the journey. And also, another experience that I had that I didn't think about is just ancestral trauma and ancestral, just how that plays into who you are. So I went home to Puerto Rico to be with my mom, and I went to like the town that she grew up in, and next to my grandmother's house is like my great grandparents, my great grandparents, like the structure of the home, but not the home, was there. And I was just standing there, and I felt whatever energy was there, and I was just like, whoa. And I came back and I was like, I had this experience, and we talked about it, and then I was just like, now I know why. So it's again, things that had I not met Jessica, I wouldn't have understood, and the importance of that. And now, of course, when I go back home again, I'm definitely going to go back to that space and see what else I can find out about myself, about, and also like why my mom is my mom, and some of the family stuff that has happened. It's helpful to piece it all together. I would say, be open to the experience. Jessica offers just a safe space to experience the work, and you'll stay protected. And with her expertise in this field, she knows how to make you feel safe in this journey. And I would say that would be the big thing, because it is an unknown territory that you probably have never experienced before. But once you do it, you will definitely be glad that you took the step to get to know what this energy work is like, and then how to make it useful for you. Yes, I would say that again, like, it's a different element that you can't really describe on paper, because everyone will have their individual experience. But I would say that working with Jessica, she's approachable. She'll answer questions that make sense as best as she can, but also that she pauses when you need pause. Like when we meet, it's usually like, let's catch up. So we have that catch up time, which I think it's helpful, not just for her, but for me, as I'm going to have a session. Then I think that sets the ground for expectations then coming out of it. Like, I'm not expecting to come out of this and, have like all these things happen. But I think the one thing that this work brings to my life is balance. Like, when I'm not grounded in balance, like, I know when I need to see Jessica. So I think that having a safe space, having guidance, feeling heard, and that you're not crazy, like, all those things I think just come together just so nicely to where whatever fear you had going into it goes away very fast. And I've been working with Jessica like almost 2 years probably. And I would say that even if like the month before I met Jessica, someone would have told me about it, I'm like, get out of here. That's nothing. But it's just it's something you have to experience to then know. And then once you have that experience and you understand how this energy work can be beneficial for you in your life and your journey, then I think it's just an amazing experience. But I would say that. And knowledgeable in her expertise. Let's not forget that. Because to be able to do this work and have all the knowledge to work with so many different people and know exactly what you need at that moment in time, I think is like, wow, like, I'm amazed at your level of expertise in this, but that's why you're here. That's why you exist. That's why you're doing this. And I greatly appreciate it.